like.
We'll have it right after.
Okay. Is that oat milk? Maddie, are you cold?
Yes.
Please let me take a picture of you biting your whole pizza. Okay.
I got this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this is a bit of a sad video, and as you can tell by the title, you already know what's going on. But before we get into it, yes, that is a turtle tank behind me. Sorry if you can hear it. In past videos, it's been a really big deal that I didn't mention the turtle tank, so there it is. I do have a coffee, and grab one too. And we're gonna get into why I'm closing Simply Poured. And that is the first time I have ever said that on video. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's just jump right in. Okay, so there really is no easy way to record this video, and I've tried so hard to figure out the perfect way to do this or say this or film this video, and I came to the conclusion that the best way for me to do this is to just be 100% honest with you guys and literally just sit here and tell you why we're closing. But before we start this video, I did want to say to my customers, because a lot of you guys that are subscribed to me on YouTube, a lot of you guys aren't local. My channel has been around for a while, and so this video is mainly for my customers, but if you're not a customer and you're just a subscriber, then welcome, and you're more than welcome to stay and watch, and more than welcome to ask me anything that you want down below. I've got a lot more videos coming up that will be talking more about the business and the drink coffee section of my channel and what this means for my YouTube channel, which is actually the exciting part about this. But for my customers, I know there's going to be a lot of sadness and a lot of confusion, and I do apologize for that. But I did make this decision in October. It is currently April. It is almost the end of April. We are closing in June. In fact, we won't even be open in June. We will be open through May, hopefully, and come June we'll be done. So to kind of start off this video, I wanted to kind of have some quotes that I learned along the way, and I'm gonna kind of, I think, play some snippets of some good memories throughout this video. I want this video is for you guys, but it's also for me to remember Simply Poured and to also just give it the attention that it deserves, because in July we would have been 5 years old. So it's kind of poetic that usually when the business hits the 5-year mark, you've made it, and we are closing at our 5-year mark. But I still am excited because I do still think that we did really well. And some of the reasons that we're closing may not be for what you are expecting to hear. So here's some things that nobody tells you about being a business owner. Number one, Your business will expose every unhealed wound you have ever had. It is not a career, it's a mirror. Number 2, you will pour everything into people who will leave. Number 3, the version of you who started the business has to die for the business to keep growing. Number 4, most people think they're building a company, but what they're building is a reputation. Number 5, you will be misunderstood, gossiped about, and underestimated by people who watched you up close. But do it anyway. So, with those things in mind, obviously those are kind of things that are maybe more sad to think about, but I do not regret Simply Poured at all. It has been the best years of my life. I have really loved everybody who I've met. My employees mean the world to me, and they're more friends than anything else. I'm gonna miss all of you guys so much if you're watching this and you used to work for me. Maybe if you're watching this and things didn't end well between us, then I have no hard feelings, and you know, at the end of the day, we're all people just trying to survive. So let's get into why I'm closing Simply Poured. The main reason is because I'm tired. Like I said, this business is about 5 years old. It has never been easy. There's been a lot of good, but there's also been a lot of bad. And I'm not going to get into it, but there's just been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of things that I didn't expect I'd have to go through that I've been through, personally and just business-wise. And my body and my brain and my mental state is just tired. And you know, that kind of also plays into the second reason why we're closing, and that's probably the reason that you are expecting to hear, which is that we are not profitable anymore. There was a time where we were really busy, and you know, we had tons of people coming, and you know, the stress kind of was easy to balance out with the profit. I hope that makes sense. Like we're making enough to make the stress worth it, and the issues worth it. But at this point, I've weighed the pros and cons, and in my opinion, it's not worth it anymore. So as you guys probably know, if you're local, probably about a year and a half ago now, maybe a little bit more than that, we had a bunch of coffee shops open up in our town. When we first opened, it was literally us and 2 other coffee shops. And that was, you know, 5 years ago. And there's more than enough people in the town to share in local love. And I do believe in healthy competition. I do believe that as a business, you're going to face competition, and that's good for you, and it's good for the town, and it's good for your customers to be able to have variety. However, in the matter of 6 months, we had, not only did we have our competing businesses, but we also had a Starbucks open and a Dunkin'. And then a couple months later, we had a 7 Brew open. So that brought the total coffee shops of our town up to probably like 7 or 8. I might be forgetting one. And there's a couple coffee shops in town that are kind of like maybe more food or maybe more like energy drink based, but it's still competition. So I'm gonna say like 7 or 8. But going from a town with like 3 or 4 coffee shops to a town with 7 or 8 coffee shops is really detrimental to all the businesses in town. And although it may look good and it may look like the town is growing, it is just bleeding your small business dry. And unfortunately, there's nobody I can be mad at about it. I can't be mad at customers because they're gonna go where they wanna go, and they're gonna go where it is cheaper. And I can't fault you guys for that. But it does really hurt when you do have chains open up in a small town. And I know that if you're another business owner, you can relate to this. It was just a lot really fast. I also wanted to add that the price increase of our goods, like our syrups and everything, skyrocketed in the last year, which also made things almost impossible to keep up with price-wise. And when Starbucks and Dunkin' opened, we knew that we'd take a big hit, which we did, but we were able to survive and we were able to kind of push past it and just kind of, you know, add some menu items and get by. However, when the 7 Brew opened up, it kind of destroyed us. So we lost a lot of our customers. We lost, you know, a lot of our regulars, and even if they came back once in a while, it still wasn't enough. Coffee shops rely heavily on their regulars. That is who they rely on. And by the way, if you are a regular of Simply Port, I love you so very much, and you have no idea how much you mean to me and my staff and everything. Like, you guys are amazing. You're the reason why we made it this long. And so for that, I'm forever grateful. And for those people, I'm very sorry that we're closing, and I'm really gonna miss you. And that is, it just sucks. It sucks. But with that being said, we just can't do it anymore. We can't operate how we were. We can't compete with the businesses. We can't lower our prices down enough to compete with 7 Brew. And again, I don't want to say that like 7 Brew is the reason we're closing, because it's not the whole reason, but it is a big chunk of the reason. They definitely came in and just really hurt. You know, I know that their prices are better. I know that their service is faster, but you are going to lose that quality and that friendliness. And guys, I'm just going to be honest, if you don't support local, local's not going to exist anymore. And it really sucks to know that Madisonville is a town that really says that they local love, support local, but I'm just sitting here wondering like where that local love actually is. And again, this is not on customers. I really do think that the blame is on whoever is allowing these places to be opening, because if you really think that your town is local, but you're allowing all these big businesses to come in and you're no longer supporting local, I'm not saying it's your fault, but something to think about. But like I said, no hard feelings. Even if 7 Brew came in and we were doing great, I would still be closing. That's just, you know, me reminding you guys that it is important to support local. But some other reasons as to why we're closing is just like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm very tired. I've run into some health issues that I cannot take care of while running a business full time. It's very difficult to find somebody to help me run the business who is of the same mindset of me, wants the same things as me. And honestly, I have very high standards, and I just couldn't leave the business in just anybody's hands. For about a year or two, I've really tried to find somebody that I feel like could run the business with me or could take it over, but I just really couldn't find that. And I feel like, you know, this chapter has come to a close. He's really put it on my heart that sometimes in order to get to the next phase of your life, you have to close a chapter. And this, when I think about Simply Poured, I think that it was really, really great, but it's not what I want to do forever. It never really was. I have a lot of really big goals and really big dreams, and Simply Poured, after it kind of ran its course, felt very stagnant to me. And I know that sounds terrible to say, but it's the truth, and I just want more. I want other things. I want different things. I want to do different things, and a business really ties you down. And again, I know you guys can relate if you have a business, but it takes all of your energy, and it's a 24/7 job. You don't just get to wake up and have a day off. In fact, you don't ever have a day off. And there's also been certain decisions that we have made as a business that have looked bad to a lot of people, like closing on Saturdays, or, you know, cutting hours or changing menu items and stuff like that. And well, it doesn't really make sense to everybody. Sometimes for a small business, those decisions of closing early or cutting staff or cutting hours just have to be done. And you may not understand it, but that's just, I guess that's, for lack of better terms, that's just business. But all of these things roll into the fact that I'm just really, really done with it. And there is nothing that can change my mind about it, unfortunately. I have really prayed hard about this decision, and I've talked to people in my life who I really value, and everybody has kind of agreed that it's just best for everybody if Simply Poured closes our doors and moves on. So now I wanted to talk about the light, the light at the end of the tunnel part, I guess, because it's not all doom and gloom. So if you guys want to stay like following me, or you want to still be a part of my journey of coffee, there are some ways you can be. Number one, I am keeping the Simply Poured LLC, and I may be doing pop-ups or certain things in the future with Simply Poured. I don't really know when that's going to be or what that looks like, but I am exploring those options. So Simply Poured is not going away forever, fully. I also have a podcast called The Coffee Experiment. I do that with my best friend, and it's all about coffee. We interview coffee owners, we interview roasters, we talk about different episodes. We have tons of episodes where it's all about the coffee industry and our takes on coffee and deep dives on coffee. So if you really like coffee and you like our vibe, then you can follow us on Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel. And that podcast is what I'm hoping kind of propels the next step of my coffee career, and for lack of better words. And then also I have this YouTube channel, and I do lots of coffee content on here. I do lots of recipes. I do lots of drink making. I am going to be keeping my espresso machine, so there's going to be a lot of content on my TikTok and on my YouTube channel of coffee, so you can still kind of keep up with that. But overall, my main focus in the next few months is going to be my health and getting that back on track. It's going to be my stress levels and getting those to calm down. I've got a lot of family stuff going on that I have not been able to be a part of because the business really holds me down here. So I'm going to be traveling and hopefully being able to see my family more often and friends more often. And so if you guys want to follow along with me and stay in touch, you can follow me on TikTok. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow us on Spotify for now. Those are the main things. But all in all, guys, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to every single person who has ever been to Simply Poured, who has ever supported us, who has ever supported me, who's ever bought anything from a Simply Poured event, or you know, who's ever left us a good review, who's ever left us a bad review, who's, you know, followed us on TikTok, who shares our posts, who likes our posts. Every single one of you guys means so much, and you have no idea how much that stuff matters to a small business. So all in all, I have peace over this decision. I've known about it for a while, and I've had a lot of time to think it over and make sure this is the right choice for me. And unfortunately, it may not be the right, and I'm gonna miss my team a lot. I'm gonna miss them so much, but it's been 5 years of doing everything I can for the business and my team and not doing anything for me. And it's time to do something for me. And this is what I'm doing. So I hope that you guys can respect that, and I hope that you understand, and I hope that you hear my heart. And I'm really shocked I got through this video without crying. So round of applause for me. But anyways, guys, I don't really know when this video is gonna go live, but when it does, I expect a lot of questions and a lot of feedback, and that's totally welcomed. So I love you guys. Thank you again for everything, for the good times, the bad times, the support, the laughs, the cries, all of it. Thank you. And I'm gonna miss you guys. So that's it. It's not a goodbye. To see you later. So cheers to 5 years of Simply Poured. We're going out strong.